It's getting rough. Days leave you as if they don't care about you. Words and emotions flow into you regardless of your will. You are programmed to lose yourself. Who am I? What do I want? Who are you? Your figure is distorted and it makes you lost. Our heart is like the moon on the water. The moon is always there, but sometimes water gets rough by wind and rain, and it distorts the figure of the moon on the water. Ours are the same, it's right there, but sometimes we can't find it because of the external environment. That's okay. Just calm down. Try not to think. Accept thoughts, but don't go after. Stare into spaces. Slowly, look into the moon beyond the water, and find yourself in it. It's getting rough. I know that's not my moon. Breathe, rule the other. That's me. I am.
Hi there. Today I will share some really important thing that I recently realized with you. This Sony A6700 will overtake all Sony cameras. Yeah, I know. I own the explanation. You know what? This video gave me a fantastic awareness, like a A6700. What a fantastic camera. The balance of cost and performance, size and performance. In terms of the balance, this is absolutely best in Sony. You know, I just remembered that time when I was using FX30 for my YouTube and Instagram content, as the main camera, but I just one doubt, like, was it have to be FX30? And I was like, maybe no. It was kind of overkilling, maybe, especially when it comes to the content creation. But I think I need to update my statement. What if you don't do a serious work situation? Just shoot a YouTube and Instagram reels, maybe for yourself, for clients, and a B-roll style promotion work, and even hobby. Do you need FX durability? And do you need a bunch of screw holes to put the camera accessory on it directly? Or I even think, like, do you need a full frame like A7 IV or A7C2? So for most of people, could be the beginner for the first camera, could be the pro for the B cam. A6700 is the sweet spot. So today I will talk about that. Talk about A6700 is the best balanced camera in Sony, and that should be the very first thing to start from. Also today I will show you the gear setup recommendation for A6700. Let's get it started. So I came up with the interesting theory, which is the 3-7 ability of A6700. Well, I just wanted to make it sound cool, but actually it is super simple. So 0 is 100% hobby. 5 is hybrid of hobby and work. You don't do video and photo as the full-time, but do some. 10 is full-time, and you are required to provide a top level in many things. So FX30 is placed in 6 to 9. Because it's an APS-C camera, it has a wide potential of hobby and work. First, it is not super expensive, so even though you don't make $1 million from a video, you still can get it. And since it's an APS-C camera, you can use budget and compact APS-C lenses, which makes FX30 more like a lifestyle camera. But still, it is a Sony cinema line camera which has the crazy level of video performance, so up to 9. FX3 could be in 8 to 10. Super expensive, of course not for hobby at all. It is completely for pro. A7 IV in 6 to 8 and A7C2 4 to 7.5. A7C2 also got a wide potential of hobby and work. Watch this video for more. And A6700 in 3 to 7. So inside of A6700 is pretty much FX30, but less durability and usability than FX30. The reason why it's less than A7C2 is just because of sensor size. But anyway, it got a legit performance, so you can do some, works, shooting gigs. But more than that, look how wide it is, from 3 to 7.
Since this is not a completely beginner camera, I set it from 3. Not too expensive, really small and light, and same as FX30, you can use budget APS-C lenses for that. According to this theory, A6700 has widest potential, widest capability. Don't worry, I'm diving deeper in each topic. So the biggest reason why I thought A6700 was the best balanced camera in Sony was its true identity. I just mentioned already, but A6700 is actually FX30. Both have 26 megapixel APS-C sensor, shoot up to 4K 120 FPS, same ISO range, pretty close video performance. I made a full detailed comparison of those cameras, so if you want to know more details, I want to know the exact similarities and differences, go watch that video. But anyway, its image quality is FX30, pretty much. What I can say definitely is this is more than just a hobby camera. Really high quality 4K footage with amazing color science, color grading capability. Actually, intro short film was shot on A6700 all shots. It is a really compact camera, but it can produce those. And by the way, if it's that kind of video, A6700 can handle it super well. Because you're not gonna shoot for long hours continuously, and even though you need to use some additional camera accessories, no problem. Just rig it up. Anyway, its image quality is not different from FX30 and even A7 IV, yeah, except the bokeh. So another huge attraction of A6700 is even though this is pretty close to FX30, this has a little ZV taste. Like the default screen is from ZV, you can control the beauty scheme mode, AF target detections, and others. You can access to some functions without going into the menu, which makes shooting easy and fast. You can't have it on FX30 or A7 IV. So with FX30 image quality, you can shoot very casually, like using picture profile and creative look, and switching among them is super fast. You don't edit color and skin tone, no problem, you just can turn on the beauty scheme mode immediately. This wide capability between the casual and serious is something that you want, especially if you're in the 3 to 7 stage. This camera expresses the benefit of APS-C loud and clear. So obviously, it is compact. You can hold the camera like this. Oh my god. Just like that. But that's not what I exactly want to talk about right now. It's the lens choice. You can use more lenses on APS-C than full-frame cameras. Because you usually can't use APS-C lenses on full-frame cameras, but you can do the opposite. APS-C lenses tend to be smaller and lighter than full-frame lenses, but the quality is amazing. For example, this classic Sony 16-55mm f2.8G lens. This is actually 24-82mm in full-frame world, but this size lens with this focal length and f2.8 cannot exist in full-frame world. Even if it exists, that'd be super expensive and super big. This is about $1,700, which is really expensive as APS-C lenses. You also can find the versatile zoom lenses by around like $650. And when it comes to the prime lens, the price tends to be low, even though it got like f1.7 or 1.8. For example, Viltrox prime lenses are so good. I reviewed a couple of them a couple of times. Even though the image quality is so good, it is super budget. It starts from around $200. So you can have the wide option range from like $200 to $1,700. But as I said, you can use full frame lenses on APS-C cameras, such as this Sigma 35mm f1.4 art lens or a Sony 24-70mm GM2, which is around like $2,500. So this is it. Machine itself is super powerful. It has a capability for both of hobby and work, and you can come and go between them by lenses. Remember that I leveled this as 3 to 7 and A7C2 at 4 to 7.5. Because A6700 has a compatibility with a budget and compact APS-C lenses, it can go a little more farther to hobby zone than A7C2. So it fit the lifestyle use more with a better portability and mobility. But the camera's performance is not that different from A7C2. It can go up to pretty close to A7C2 and A7 IV zone using APS-C lenses. This can be the huge reason to go for APS-C cameras such as A6700. Worst case scenario for me is like I have a very tight budget and go for full frame camera, but can't afford lenses and other gears, so I gotta stick with a cheap kit lens for a very long time and eventually I will get bored. You don't want to be like that. So because you have a tight budget, because you are new to this world, you want to invest more on lenses so you can have more ways to create, to express.
So by the way, right now this is shot on A6700. See, I'm having a good bokeh, right? Good sharpness, good softness, great balance. But I'm not using a super expensive full frame prime lens or using a telephoto compression field to make this mood. This is 50mm, see? 50mm f1.7 APS-C lens. I know what you're thinking. Did we have it? No, still no, but this is gonna be launched today. Let me show you the Viltrox 50mm f1.7 Air lens.
Yeah, smoking on his eye, swear really got me fried. I've been through a lot, I swear it helps me clear my mind. We put some work on the streets, we in overdrive, saving 30% just to pay the fines.
This is absolutely best pair with A6700. Come on. It's a brand new wide APS-C lens of Air series Viltrox 50mm f1.7. It's an ultra light and compact lens, 180 gram and cost about $240. It is a budget lens, yes, but what it can do is absolutely more than its price and its look. First of all, it is 50mm, which is about 22mm in full frame world. Super wide angle makes shooting easy, but it's not too wide like 60mm, so the perspective is natural. What I like about this is the image is super clean. Although it has a little vignette, but yeah, not too much. It provides you the great sharpness in both of photos and videos. You know, I use this for some scenes in the intro short film. It worked really well for expressing the wide, dynamic vibe and also for portrait. It can be the standard focal length-ish image when the lens gets close to the subject. And f1.7 kicks in. It produces the amazing portrait shots. You know, APS-C sometimes struggle to produce the nice melting bokeh like a full frame camera, right? But this one, f1.7, helps it so much. Since this got 20-inch minimal focus distance, you can have a big detail like this. If you combine the zoom function of A6700, you can go up to 22mm, which is about 33mm in full frame. So you can have a very wide, standard, and detailed shot in one lens with f1.7. So Viltrox lenses always have a great compatibility with camera's autofocus and image stabilization. This one got it too. This camera A6700 has AI autofocus and it works fantastic even when this lens is on it. The tracking eye box moves perfectly as the subject moves. You can have A6700 incredible autofocus without problems. IS2. When it's active IS, I wouldn't say it's same as genuine lens, but I feel the performance is not bad. Plus it's 50mm, so I don't think there's a big problem. It is just so easy to use, but it provides you amazing quality. Great for hobby, of course, and great for content creation. It is perfect for 3:7 ability camera such as A6700, link below. Check it out. The sweet spot hybrid performance. That is one of the huge attractions of A6700. All buttons and dials are placed at the right side of the body. For example, FX30 and A7 IV, they got more things on body, but you gotta use both hands to control them. Also, they don't have a photo video switch, but this camera got all at the right side of the body, so you can control all of them only with your right hand. And you know what? I really love this holding feel. This grip is actually not that small. You can see that when you compare it with FX30. This camera's grip is big considering the total body size. The body is small and light, but you get a legit grip, which gives you the secured and comfortable holding feel. And you don't want to forget about the photography performance. You got a viewfinder, which is small and actually not that easy and comfortable to use, but at least you can have it. And it shoots up to 11 FPS in continuous shooting mode, which is pretty enough for daily based use or yeah, maybe even more. And it produces amazing quality raw photos. It is not too serious like A7 IV photo and not too serious like a FX30 video. This hybrid performance is sweet spot for people who prioritize the daily base use. Okay, at the last, let me introduce some setup lists of A6700 for different scenarios and budget. So level 1, budget is around $1,600. Category is hobby. So I guess this would be the most inexpensive option to start from, like a kit lens set $1,600 and V60 SD card $50. If you don't shoot a 4K 120 FPS, you can have a V30 SD card. I guess it's around like 25 or 30 bucks, but you need more than V60 for slow motion. So start from this setup and upgrade lenses one by one. And as the level 1.5, a little farther down the level 1, I recommend Viltrox lenses. The kit lens is a good one to start from, but you gotta get tired of it eventually. You will want a different way to express. Try budget prime lenses such as Viltrox 50mm 1.7, 25 1.7, 56mm 1.7. Each cost less than $250, but you can get a prime lens look with a fast aperture. So level 2, the budget is around $2,500, and the category is hybrid of hobby and work. So it could be the part-time creator. In addition to A6700, I added the Tamron Sigma versatile f2.8 lens because I guess you don't make a lot of money from the video photo work, but you want to have a good image quality and usability, mobility at the same time. So Tamron Sigma APS-C zoom lens is around $650, but they get a great quality and usability, and also you want to have the microphone. You can find a cheaper one than this, but the audio is super important, and definitely you're gonna buy a good one later eventually. So believe me, get the good microphone from the beginning. This Comica VM40 is not super expensive, but it's fantastic. That is my main shotgun microphone. It can work as the wireless mic and 32-bit float recorder and just normal shotgun mic. Level 3 budget is around $3,000 and category is semi-pro. I guess in this stage, you gotta be on the fence buying a new camera or lens or not. But don't. There are more things to get before that. And that will make you grow more and make your videos better than buying a camera and lens. Video light. So huge. I recommend small rig light. It is compact, portable, and budget, but the high quality. Get the basic gears of lighting, the light itself, softbox, and light stand for that. I think you can get them within like $500. And get tripod. Anything would be good. I think those are the basic setup for semi-pro stage. Have that as the default, as the base. Get the extra gears one by one depending on project. Okay, this is it. Is Sony A6700 the best balanced camera in Sony, and can it overtake other Sony cameras? Yes, I think so. For most of cases, for most of people, especially in 3 to 7 stage. I think your camera doesn't have to be full frame like A7 IV and doesn't have to have a cinema potential like a FX30. Maybe you want, but in a deeper level, you just need a capability to shoot. Think about it carefully, and please ignore the biased information all over the social media, including me. Just look into the mirror. Who are you? What do you do for a living? What do you want right now? You're gonna see some keywords floating around you. A, B, C, and D. Connect them together and find the camera that satisfies your needs right now. That's the one you should go for. And I thought this A6700 would appear in your mind right away, so I made today's video. Just think from A6700, and if you need a better low light performance, maybe it could be a A7C2. If you need a stronger body durability, maybe FX30 is good for you. If you need a better photography experience performance, A7 IV maybe. Everything is gonna be so much easier once you set the default, the standard, and I believe this A6700 is that. I hope you can find yourself. Okay, this is it. If you have any question, just shoot me anytime, anywhere. And if you like this video, show 이게를 더 못해. I thought I just could go with the flow, but okay, this is it. If you have any question, just shoot me anytime, anywhere. And if you like this video, show me a thumb and hit the subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. 잡았다. I've been recording for like 40 minutes right now, and S1R2 just started to show the high temperature warning right here. Come on, it's just a 4K, and it's not that hot in here, this room. Come on, I seriously take this serious, right? You know, when I shoot outside, it often shows it the high temperature warning, and one day it just, you know, shut down. So yeah, that's why I am seriously thinking, you know, I'm just gonna use GH7 as my main camera, especially this type of talking head shot. You know, I'm gonna make a Lumix buying guide sooner or later, maybe next month, I guess. So I am, you know, thinking each position, right? S9, S52, S52X, GH7, S1R2, S12. What is best for what?